In this video, we're going to be setting up the Infinity Bundler V2. If it is your first time setting up, I highly recommend you open the Git book and follow along, as there is a lot of valuable information on installation, ENV setup, every mode, and errors. This is going to be a very fast tutorial, so feel free to pause whenever you need to. Before purchasing Infinity scripts, it is very highly recommended that you already have Solana, you have an RPC, which is your connection to the blockchain, a server, which is basically renting out a computer in a different location, a cap solver account, and you download Node.js and Visual Studio Code. Starting off, go to our Select page, click on pump.fun Bundler V2. Now what you're going to want to do is input your email, connect your Discord, and continue. This will take you to the invoice page, where you simply select Solana, and you will see the amount and just send that to the address below. Once you purchase, you can go to your Select dashboard, and under My Invoices and My Licenses, you can find each of your keys for each bot. So for this video, we're going to be using a server. We're going to be using one from Sauce Servers. You can get a 35% off discount coupon through the Infinity Scripts Discord. Once you purchase the server, you will find an email that contains the server IP, the username, and the password. Now, we're going to open a remote desktop connection. We're going to input the IP, username, and password, and press connect. Now you can see we're connected to the server. We can go ahead and download the bot. Once you purchase, you will get a role which will allow you to see the Bundler V2 channel, which has the latest Bundler V2 update. Continue to download the latest version of Bundler V2 and use a system like WeTransfer to generate a link so you can easily transfer the file over to your virtual server. Now, on our virtual private server, we will download the bundler from the WeTransfer link. We will open the file and extract all to our downloads. The extracting can take a while, so in the meantime, we're going to go ahead and download Visual Studio Code and Node.js and go through the setup wizards. Once the file has extracted, you want to open the folder and you want to find the .env file and open it in Visual Studio Code. The first thing we're going to import is the license key, which we just got from our Select dashboard. In the next step, you're going to need to make some new wallets. You can do so as shown in Phantom and export the private keys as shown. I will be generating the rest of the wallets off camera. Now we need to import our signer private key, our dev public address, our funder private key, and our seller private key. Now, for whichever RPC provider you're using, you need to get their RPC URL and WS URL. We're going to be using Infinity Node, and for every RPC, you need to whitelist your IP in order to use it. After inputting our RPC URL and WS, we are going to leave the Jito tip and cell tip the same. We are going to choose a block engine URL closest to our machine. We are going to leave the dev by as 0.2 and leave lot address blank, and we are not going to change compute unit or compute limit price. Now we need to get our cap solver API key. For this, simply log into capsolver.com, go to your overview, and there you will see your credits and your API key. You want to copy this key and put it into the env. Now that we put the cap solver API into the env, we can save the file and now open up the metadata.json in VS Code. Here, you will see your token name, symbol, description. You want to leave image blank and then fill in the links for your token. Once you save the metadata file, you can open the img folder and input your token's image into the folder. Now, if you're on Windows, you will see in the file directory there is a second Bundler V2. You want to right-click on it and press Copy Address. Back in Visual Studio Code, you will click Terminal, New Terminal, which will open up a new terminal. We will then type cd and paste the address, which will now change us into the directory of the bot. Now, you want to type npm install to install the dependencies. Once the installation is finished, we will type npm run start to start the Bundler V2. The bot will open successfully to the main menu, and the first thing we're going to do is generate wallets. In this video, I'm going to generate 5 fresh new subwallets. Once the subwallets have generated, we're going to go back to the main menu and open up the wallet UI and fund each wallet with 0.1 Sol. Once the wallets have funded, we'll go back to the main menu, open wallet UI, and check the balances. Since everything looks good, we will now create a lookup table, which will require us to restart, so we will need to type npm run start to reopen the Bundler V2. Now that the lookup table is created, we are ready to launch. We will open up Launch UI and launch Pump. Once the token has launched, we can open up the pump.fun link and see that everything was successful, the sub-wallets all bought and are now being held by the clean sub-wallets. We can now generate a bubble map and see that all sub-wallets are holding and are not connected to each other. Now we're going to check the BullX trading platform just to see that our sub-wallets are holding and have not been flagged as an insider. Now that the bot is set up and we know it works, you can play around with all the different launch modes and all the different sell modes.